So let me just confirm this before we go so I don't have to beep, 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 backtrack this train up and turn this car right back around. Hey guys, I'm Leila. So today we are showcasing Dark Kael. Dark Kael is one of the free champs you get from the Doom Tower, and I gotta say, he's probably one of the better champions that they've added recently. Let's check him out in Dragon and in Ice Golem. All right, so here's Dark Kael, and I gotta say, he looks really cool too. I really love what they did. And if you guys hadn't seen it, I did share his lore story as well for how he ends up being in the Doom Tower. It's a pretty good story. Before we get into content, let's take a look at his gear and let's take a look at his masteries, because his masteries are going to be really, really important as well. You are going to notice that he is in a 4-piece regen set, and he's also in a 2-piece resistance set. He is fully booked. You're going to see he's fully booked. And before we get to masteries, I'm going to show you his stats. So he does 52,000 HP. He's got 2,900 attack, 2,400 defense, 235 speed. Not exactly crit capped, but he does have 272 accuracy. So remember, like, what we're going to be doing with him is because of his poisons. That's where his damage is coming from. It's coming from poisons. But we're also going to be running him in some fun, like, poison exploding comps. And then we also do have a comp that if you don't have poison exploders, we have a couple things there as well too. And here we are for masteries. So now with him, his T6 is Oppressor. Increases the turn meter fill rate by 2.5 for each active debuff cast by this champ. It stacks up to 10%. And what's going to be really important with this one here too is going to be Retribution. So we really like these counterattack masteries on him as well. So we have him down the defense tree and we have him down the support tree. And you guys also notice he has a lot of resistance. Really going to be important in some of these runs that we're going to take him in. Now, he is going to be running with some other champs such as Seer, Elenarl, Zavia, some Taurus, and Bad Alcazar. There is one that we're going to run where Dark Kael and Bad Alcazar solo on their own. So that kind of build is if, for example, if you cannot build your Bad Alcazar well enough, like if you don't have the correct gear to be able to get Bad Alcazar to solo, you can build so Bad Al and Dark Kael solo together. Got it. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. All right, so Twitch chat wanted to see Bad Alcazar before we actually get into those runs. So you're going to see this Bad Alcazar here has a reflex set. So we have a 4-piece reflex set and also a 2-piece perception set. Now stats are 52,000 HP, 2,300 attack, 3,200 defense, 239 speed, 352 resistance. Again, a lot of resistance, and then 330 on the accuracy. Now this guy is fully booked. And here's his masteries. So now he is down the defense and the support tree with his T6 being unshakable, which is resistance plus 50%. And he also has the retribution counterattack mastery as well too. Okay, so there's his masteries. All right, guys, so I showed you the builds for Dark Kael and for Bad Alcazar. So first, let's head into Dragon. Okay, we're going to start with Dragon first. We're going to do Dragon 24 and we're going to do Dragon 25. The reason that we're going to do both of them is some people do prefer to run stage 24 for energy efficiency, while some other people prefer to run 25. So we're going to show you for both of them. On 24, you see that we do have this poison explosion comp with Elenarl. So let me show you the presets. For Elenarl, we have her Combust. Deal damage to all poison debuffs on enemies instantly. Tauruses are not touched. Dark Kael's untouched. And Kymar, Phantom Fire. Okay. That's going to be round 1. Round 2. Reality Acid is shut off on round 2. And then round 3, we actually have her Combust shut off. Crystal, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate that. Taurus, everything is shut off except Metabolize. Heals by 20% damage inflicted if the target has a poison. So that's on both of them. You're going to see Dark Kael has Binding Darkness, which is A2 is going to be shut off. And Prince Kymar has Seal of Magic shut off, okay? So that's going to be for each stage of the dragon. And this will be auto, so let's go. This is going to be Dragon 24. So again, this is going to be a poison explosion comp with Elinarl. Oh, those poisons. And there we go. So that was 10 seconds on the first wave. So many poisons between the Tauruses and Dark Kael. About 20 seconds on wave 2, roughly. There we go. And now we're up to the dragon. So this one is stage 24. Now, another thing to point out too is if you have Cavalax, the runs could be faster. I don't think Degree has Cavalax, so we're running it as Elinarl, 2 Tauruses, Dark Kael, and Prince Kaimar. Lots of poison stacks on. There we go. So you're gonna see his fastest run was 1 minute 8 seconds. This took 1 minute and 10, 1 minute and 10. So this is a great time for stage 24. We got about 1 minute, right? So Elinarl did 4 million damage. The Tauruses, you know, were low here. 2 mil on Dark Kael. But yeah, you're going to see that his best time is 1 minute 8. And this is with this poison explosion comp. And again, so this is stage 24. Next, what we'll do is we're going to head to stage 25. We do also have a poison explosion comp for this as well, too. All right, this is the comp for 25. So you're going to see that we switch out Elinarl for Xavia. All right, let's take a look at their presets. Stage 1, Xavia, you know, nothing gets touched on Xavia. Taurus, nothing. Prince Kaimar, we have Phantom Fire. We have the AoE with the poison. Hey, Chris, thank you so much for the YouTube sub. Have a Leila and Arbiter heart, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you. Subs are free and help the channel to grow. Thank you. And his Seal of Magic is actually shut off. And with Dark Kael, we have Binding Darkness, which is the decreased attack. All right. So we go to round 2. Nothing with Xavia. Xavia stays as she is. Taurus stays the same. Prince Kaimar. And then on Dark Kael, we have Binding Darkness set to 1. And then for round 3, we have Xavia's Deadly Catalyst, which is the AoE and deals damage from poison, is going to be shut off. Taurus, we have the Toxic Nova, shut off. Prince Kaimar, the Abyssal Gaze, removes all buffs and does a sleep. That doesn't work on the dragon anyway, so that's off. And then Dark Kael, nothing changes there. So here we go. This is going to be Dragon 25. Dragon 25. So basically the same comp we just ran in 24, except for Elinarl, we have Xavia instead. There you go, 10 seconds cleared. There we go, about 20 seconds cleared on wave 2. Okay, and now to the dragon. So see what time we could get on this one. On 24, we had what, like 1 minute 8, 1 minute 10? Okay. Taurus's drop, which is fine. No big deal. Now, I mean, we know that Dark Kael and Prince Kaimar are weak affinity here, but it shouldn't really matter. Like, you see, Dark Kael still doesn't really have any problems. He's high resistance, and that's what's really important, too, is that they have a lot of resistance, and we should be able to clear here with all those poison stacks. And so you're going to see, we did 1 minute 4. 1 minute 4. And 47 seconds was his best time. All right, so Xavia did 4.3 mil. And we have Dark Kael at 2.9 mil. There we go. So beautiful, beautiful. This is Dragon 25. So I showed you Dragon 24. I showed you Dragon 25. Let's head over to the Ice Golem. All right, guys, we are in Ice Golem 25. So you're going to see the same team we just ran in Dragon with Xavia, 2 Taurus, Prince Kaimar, and Dark Kael. Let's get in here. Now, after this, I do have another team for this for Ice Golem 25. So what you're going to see is the next team is going to include a Battle Khazar. And it's going to be helpful for people that are having trouble getting the right stats on Dark Kael. So we're going to run that one right after here. So it gives you guys a couple different options. And then the last thing I have to show you is we do have an Ice Golem 24 team that is no poison exploders, but includes Seer and Battle. So that would be the last thing. Now, if you happen to not have a Bad El Khazar, because again, Bad El's a legendary, not everybody does, then Urogrim. Urogrim is the epic Void Ogryn. He could be substituted in for Bad El. So what we're going to have here is Kael is basically just going to solo this on his own. Everybody else dies, and then it's just Kael. And you guys see that? Look at the health just melting. There we go. New best time. Congratulations, guys. New best time. 1:05 on Ice Golem 25. Nice. New best time. That is really, really exciting. So we have 4.4 mil on Xavia, and we have Dark Kael at 3 mil. Now, the next comp we have, again, same thing. It's going to be Ice Golem 25. Like we were saying, this is if you can't meet the stats on Dark Kael. This is the comp that we have. Is Bad El Khazar, Xavia 1 Taurus, Kymar, and Dark Kael. And again, Bad El Khazar, you can substitute Bad El Khazar for Urogrim if you don't have him. And we're going to take a look at the priorities here. All right, round 1. Nothing is changed until you get to Prince Kymar. You can see Prince Kymar, we have the AoE poison and Seal of Magic is shut off. Nothing with Dark Kael. Round 2, nothing gets touched. And then on to round 3, we have Xavia's Deadly Catalyst, which is the AoE blowing up of the poisons, is shut off. Taurus, the Toxic Nova, the unkillable on the poisons, is shut off. Kymar, Seal of Magic, which is the reset of the skills, is shut off. And then Dark Kael. So what's going to happen is Dark Kael and Bad El will be able to solo this together. So here we are again. This is going to be 25. So in this case, you have 1 Xavia, 1 Taurus. And we have a Bad El or an Urogrim in here as kind of an assist to help out with Dark Kael so that you can pretty much solo the Ice Golem boss. Again, if you're struggling to get the stats needed for Dark Kael. And you're going to see they melted those 2 waves. We got through both waves in 20 seconds. They just melted right through. And what ends up happening is Xavia and Kymar should die, and it should just be Bad El Khazar and Dark Kael. Should be the 2 left standing. Basically, kind of like what we had just seen before, where Dark Kael was the only one left. And if the other ones are alive, then so be it. And again, what's great is when you watch, just with all those poisons, the health just melts right off. There we go. Yeah, they actually look like they're not going to die. They could. Again, it's not a problem if they do, but it actually looks like they're not going to, surprisingly. Bad El's doing a good job with those continuous heals as well. There we go. 1:17. 1:17. Again, pretty close to that 1:05. All right, so for the stats, Bad El Khazar did 1.7 mil, Xavia did 4.7 mil, and Dark Kael doing less than a mil this time at 800. All right, and the last team that we have to show you guys is for Ice Golem 24. So let's say you don't have any poison exploders, that's fine. Here's another team that was built, including a Seer and a Bad El Khazar. So in this case, we have Bad El, Dark Kael, Ghostborn, Prince Kymar, and a Seer. And the presets here are going to be round 1. You're going to see Ghostborn has Ancestral Spirits, which is the AoE decreased defense. Seer has Karma Burn. We all know what Karma Burn is. Like this is her move, right? She's the queen. Karma Burn is going to be set on 1. And Prince Kymar, we have Phantom Fire, which is the AoE poison. On round 2, Ghostborn, same thing, as we have Ancestral Spirits set at 1. Seer, we want her doing her Karma Burn and nothing on Prince Kaimar. And then for round 3, we have Dark Kael's Binding Darkness, which is the AoE decrease attack, is shut off. And that's really it. All right, so here we go. So here is a comp if you do not have Poison Exploders. Basically, you're going to be relying on, again, Seer to do what Seer does best, which is just be a nuking goddess. And very similarly, if they all end up dying and it's just Bad L and Dark Kael, the two of them are going to solo the boss just fine. There we go. So we literally melted those waves. Both waves were melted in about 13 seconds. There we go. So Seer dropped, which is fine. There's Ghost. And again, Kaimar dying is going to be just fine. Because like I said, it'll end up being Bad L and Dark Kael to end up soloing. Except, you know, we just saw in the last one that Kaimar didn't die and that ended up being fine. So be it. They still did just fine. But so far, we're sub a minute and about halfway through. So even though you want the other champs to die, sometimes having Bad L Khazar with the continuous heals, they just don't, and that's okay too. There we go. Look at that, a new best time. Hey, love it. We got 1 minute and 8. New best time on Ice Golem 24. All right, new best time. Congratulations on 1 minute 8. Bad L Khazar, we have 1.8 mil. Dark Kael, we have 1.7 mil. And of course, we have Seer at this whopping 2.3 mil. Massive damage, really, really good fun. And the last thing we're gonna do, because my Twitch chat's completely obsessed with campaign farmers, is we're gonna go run Dark Kael as a campaign farmer. All right, so here we are in 12-3, and this is what Degree was running anyway. Might as well just keep them in. Dark Kael in lead, yeah. We know he doesn't have an aura, so be it. Now I have to say, I mean, he one-shotted them, which was great. What I do have to say, though, is that one ability of his is really slow, the animation. That's really slow. But he's doing a good job. All right. 27 seconds. So again, he's not going to be, you guys want to one speed. He's not going to be a fast campaign farmer by any means, by any time. But what's fun with showcasing them here in the campaign is we actually get to see their abilities kind of go off. Degree, thank you so much for letting us showcase Dark Kael. Ajon, thank you so much for the follow. Guys, if you have Dark Kael, I would love to know what you're doing with them. Hopefully this gives you guys some ideas. If you don't have Dark Kael yet, make sure you guys are working on the normal Doom Tower, because there's some really good champs in there. Archmage Helmet is a beast. He's really worth getting in the Doom Tower. Dark Kael, absolutely worth getting in the Doom Tower. So make sure you guys are doing the best you can to do those secret rooms. And Degree, thank you so much. Guys, leave me some comments down below on, what do you think of Dark Kael? Are you loving him as much as we do? And thanks for watching. Hey, if you enjoyed this video, check out some more videos up here in the playlist on the top right.